Hi, friends, and welcome back. Dr. Annette here. Welcome to your Blue Ribbon Teacher Professional Learning Series. Remember, this course will focus on how to support students to overcome writer's block. A quick reminder, today's lesson builds upon our last session, so always move through this course in chronological order. Take time to reflect upon your learning, practice integrating the strategies into your instruction, then engage in more reflection. As you can see, that reflection is key to professional growth. All right, are you ready to move on? Get your toolbox ready to fill. I am so excited to share more research-based strategies to support you and your students in overcoming that writer's block. Now, as we move into this next lesson, I want you to engage in more self-reflection and examination of your teaching context. Okay? Have you ever thought that maybe the challenge for the student doesn't have a whole lot to do with the student, but maybe the teacher has a challenge, right? Maybe you have the challenge. You know, teachers literally face hundreds of challenges every day and are thinking of how to overcome those challenges every single minute. I remember a training shared that teachers are making more than 300 decisions in a 10-minute period. I don't know the ratio that came out to believe, but I believe it. We go through many, many decisions as we're teaching. All right, so let's take a look. So why is teaching writing a challenge for teachers amongst all those other decisions that we make minute by minute? Okay, let's look. Besides the number of students in the classroom, I mean, a doctor doesn't see as many patients a day that teachers see in a day. Students have varying strengths and weaknesses. Thinking about the numerous writing elements and the connections to reading, listening, and speaking, there are thousands of decisions that need to be made to support students along their literacy journey. Not all of your students in the classroom, right? But every single student you as a teacher are concerned with. You know, teachers are concerned with how am I supposed to meet the needs of all these students? Whether I'm homeschooling and I have 4 students sitting in front of me in all different grade levels, how am I supposed to do writing with each of them? Because it's going to take all day if I do individual lessons. Another challenge, teachers have diverse learner needs to recognize. Think about the academic, the cultural, behavioral, social, those needs. And teachers need to address and support those needs to meet the varied instructional needs that students have. So you might be thinking, how am I supposed to meet the needs of each student if I'm teaching a class of 25 students or 35 students who have different strengths and different weaknesses, different needs, and writing across genres with a different focus, a different audience? How am I supposed to teach each of these students and do this effectively? I can't do 25 lessons, right? You know what I'm talking about. Additionally, students have their own strengths and weaknesses besides cultural, behavioral, academic, all of those, and they have their different ways of learning that need to be addressed. You know, those multiple intelligences. So how are we supposed to meet every single student's need, not to mention some students that are new to America, right? Perhaps they have a different language that they speak and varied levels of language proficiencies. You know, something that I have noticed in my current position, working with several schools and preschool through 5th grade teachers, besides immigrants, more and more students are coming to classrooms with language deficiencies. And these students, they grew up in our neighborhood. That's right next door they grew up. So besides the school and classroom environmental challenges teachers face, there may also be other challenges. For example, a teacher's own self-doubt in his or her writing abilities and or instructional abilities. So as we continue through our learning, I really want you to come back to these challenges, and I want to see how another strategy that you will learn can help you to overcome these teacher challenges. So our goal through this course is to support your students and you in overcoming challenges so that your students experience success and you are that blue ribbon teacher. Okay, we've covered a lot of information. I want you to think about all of these different areas. all these different challenges, okay? Just like our prior learning sessions, I want you to take some time to digest what you've learned, to think about your instructional context and the challenges that you have teaching writing. What are some other challenges that you have? Okay, depending upon your teaching experiences, your personal interest, your professional training, your instructional context, you will be able to pull information from our learning sequences, tweak that information, those strategies, and apply to your own teaching content, right? What are some of those other challenges that you have? I want you to take time to write those other challenges inside your journal, because we're going to come back to that at another time as we continue through our journey together. Remember, just like our students, teachers are not cookie cutter teachers, and what works for one teacher may not work for the next teacher, and what works one day for you may not work another day with the same strategy. So we always engage in reflecting upon our work. So again, I want you to take your toolbox. I want you to put it on your desk. And I want you to think about your students. Think about the lesson, the strategies that you like to try. I want you to think about what you bring to the classroom every day. And don't be afraid to try something new. Give yourself grace as you begin implementing all these strategies. And for you and your students, you will all experience success. All right, my friends, until next time, I hope that you have some opportunities to reflect upon your own teaching context, your own classroom, your own experiences. Think about your challenges, write those thoughts down, and I want you to be thinking about how we're going to overcome those challenges together as we continue through our lessons. Until next time, have a blessed day.